record. Ah,
My next character accent.
yes. Hey, what's up, Cam Fams? Pretty boy Dave T here with the other distinguished gentleman of Wahoo.
Hello there, Cam Fam.
All right, well that was nice. We got something from the man over here.
Hey, Cam
I
Fam.
waved.
All right, that was okay. That was better. That was better. So, hey guys, thanks for joining us for this installment of EverMore with EverLore. We are playing the wonderful game of EverLore, which is a classless and levelless tabletop role-playing game that uses a D12, and it promotes diversity and inclusion. You guys can learn more about it from our website at EverLore at
www.ManChildLTD.com.
Thank you very much. Or you can check us out on our social media at EverLoreGame. Yeah. We're all just a little bit out of it, but that's all right. The show must go on. And so we will begin as we normally do. Although I think, Reaper, you said you have to do rolls. Yes. Did you reach what?
1300.
Okay, all right. So can you tell us what is progressing your character look like in EverLore?
So when you kill things or you do challenges and stuff, at the end of your night of role playing, you get EP. And that's up to the War Master's discretion. But every 100 EP you get, you basically get to roll you get to roll a D8 and 2 D6s. The D8 is going to health. Vitality.
Yes.
And 1d6 is going to your attacks, like your chances to hit. And then the other one is going toward your investment.
Very good. All right, all right.
Every 200 EP, you get a persona benefit.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remembered it all. You get a
Okay.
persona benefit.
All right. I will tack on another EP for that.
You don't get that.
Okay. That's right. So I'll go ahead and let you do those rolls. So who's gonna put that camera on it?
Oh, I got you.
Cool.
All right, let me know whenever you're ready, Betty. Which die are you starting with?
Probably D8.
D8? All right.
All at the same time. Yeah, let's do them at the same time.
Oh boy. 3,
Okay.
6, and an 8. What rolls? Whew.
See, those are always better than mine. Yeah.
So my
I'm not jealous, Count Found.
3, so it could
No.
We're gonna stick with it.
I mean, he got a 3. That's like
It
50.
could have been a 6.
Oh, it could have been a 6. My 1 is always a 1.
Hey.
Yeah, but it could have been a 6.
Hard one. I got 2 1s.
I hear you.
6s. And that could have been my actual roll.
I want to hit more. I think I do.
How'd you try to hit?
What's up, Banana Goki? Thanks for the subscribe, sir.
I have composure. Let's go.
All right, so you got, what are you putting that 6 in?
Attack.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh, that was weird.
Dave, I have a new proficiency.
You have a new proficiency. What is that?
It is daily grind. It
Daily
is a
grind.
Tier 4 proficiency, and I will explain what it does. You can endure one day per stamina score of grueling physical exertion without severe fatigue, and you can shrug off the first 15 points of damage per day.
Oh,
Which is
nice.
pretty useful because
We like
we
it.
got a war going on in front of us.
Yes, I like it. I like it.
Plus, from what I hear, grueling physical exertion could also be perhaps building or making things.
This
Perhaps
is so. Yes, I like it. I take it that Nicarvin is interested in such things.
I mean, I never came out and said that, but like,
Ah,
if that's the implication that's made.
yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. All right, nice. Okay.
Then I have to add plus 15. I'm just gonna take my number for that, 134, and then I'm gonna add the number 15. And then I'm gonna subtract from the 15 first, and I'm just gonna bring it back each day.
That makes sense.
Okay. I hear what you're doing. All right, all
'Cause
right.
it's like in addition to what I regenerate.
I got you.
Alright.
Okay, so, guys, we will begin where we typically begin. Who would like to try for some EP for the recap?
I'll go for it, absolutely.
All right,
I'll do it.
just the two?
I'll do it. Sorry, I thought I raised my hand.
You did not. You very much did not do that. I'm just saying.
I genuinely felt like I was raising my hand.
All right, so 1, 2, Anthony, 3, 4, Davey,
It's got a ghost on it.
5, 6, Caleb. All right,
Long day.
we have a 4.
Bruh.
Honestly. Dang it.
You mad?
So we open up with Manitoba being jumped, basically, right?
And sir,
And then Belac is there. No. We open up with Manitoba and Belac fighting these two bad guys with one dead. So it would really be 3, but there's only 2 that are alive, right? So one is wrapped up because Belac the snake. The other one is just kind of acting like a guard. Anyway, so the guard gets yanked pretty much. Then the other enemy who was wrapped up, he teleports away. Then to skip some time, so then they can get EP. We're just gonna skip ahead to Rastilian being at his manor, right? So I'm at my manor, and I'm talking to my grandparents, right? Talking about how I'm the defender, all types of stuff, right? And then I ask, about the Bruins Guild, or I bring the Bruins Guild up, right? And my grandma tells me about Noer Nazin, who is something I could talk to about the Bruins Guild. It's also somebody that she thinks I could talk to about Waziri, and not Waziri. Yeah, Waziri, and trying to get her and her other half to conjoin again. My grandma has a monkey, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that was doing things. And then for the first time ever, I start to like kind of control the trees, and then they grab the monkey, right? Just messing around. But the monkey was kind of being a little, monkeyish. It's monkeying around.
Oh, I see what you did there. All right, I'll give you 1 EP for that.
What?
Yeah, as a pun. Come on, you put it in there.
Anyway,
Come on, dude, you're grasping for vines.
Oh, okay, 1 EP.
there weren't vines in it though. That doesn't really work.
Look, come on, man. I mean, I threw it in there. No,
What does that
it ain't
have to do
working.
with monkeys?
It ain't
Can you
working.
believe this guy?
Keep going,
He's
keep going.
bananas.
Ah, look at that, though.
I'm happy with that.
All right,
Can
I
you
like
take
it.
My second pun and give it to him.
okay. I will give you 1 EP. Yes.
You're
okay.
welcome, man. I'm fighting for you.
So going on to the next, I'll have 1, 2 for Anthony, 3, 4 for Caleb,
Heck yeah.
and we have a 3.
Number is that? That's Caleb.
Yep.
Cool. So we're gonna skip past the part where Belac saves Manitoba.
I wouldn't say
So we're really
saves.
putting the team on his back, as per usual.
Oh,
I mean, he already brought it up.
yeah.
The details are important.
Yeah, because I'm not sure that
Basically,
happened.
scary. But we're gonna go to where they're talking about Melisana. They go to
Okay.
a shop, her shop.
Her shop.
They go to her shop.
Yes.
And Caliph does his thing. He gets
Who?
the Carvlin does her thing.
Ah.
And you got the pronouns right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
The Carvlin, she gets a shield enchantment that she had previously gotten enchanted so that when an opponent missed and hit the shield, then it would be able to like explode and do some damage to them. And she was getting enchanted to where it does more damage and can potentially knock them back over.
Heck yeah.
After that's done, they did the deal. She paid, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then Manitoba talks to Melisandre about some armor and getting the enchantment from one armor moved to another armor. If I remember correctly. And then Melisandre takes both of the armors, it goes and puts them somewhere in the back, and comes back. And then the glorious Belac Bloodstar comes to her with an incredible business opportunity for her. He talks to her about the splinter bank, which is kind of two splinter stacks connected to the same splinter plane. And he basically commissions her to make one so that he can get it spellbound, and then they can blah 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 blah. They haven't totally figured that contract stuff out, so we'll get into that later. Probably.
Okay.
And then I believe that's it in Melisandre, so I'll put it there so you can.
Okay, got you, thank you.
Yeah.
You wanna roll, see who's next?
I don't know. I think we'll let you clean up.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you. So, anything we missed, Nicaraguen mistakenly mentioned to Rastilian's, I believe it was grandfather, who was in charge of Wahuru. She had mentioned that it was Manitoba, when really it was obviously this guy who's in charge.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Melisandre is also working to enchant Manitoba's armor at the highest cost possible because of my role. You're welcome. I also ended up acting out Melisandre and was intrigued to find out that I had no interest in sharing the blueprint for this splinter bank. For some strange reason, I just felt like I shouldn't say anything
Correct.
about it to anyone.
Yes.
Yeah, aside from that, I don't believe there was a whole lot. The character who was trying to pretend to be a guard for the assassination ended up getting, what is it? Post-traumatic Manitoba disorder, PTSD,
Yes.
which is that was pretty fun. I rolled a Lore's Folly for that.
Yes.
First roll of the game was a double one, and that was just my example as me one, like pretending to roll a first roll, and then right after that during combat, I rolled a double one, which that's bizarre to me. That shouldn't be what happened or fair in any kind of sense. And I feel like that was possibly rigged by a certain lore master.
That's not me. That's in the dice. What can I say?
Hey,
So
saying we do succeed.
very nice. I will give you each. I'll give you Davey, I'll give you 3 EP for that. The other 2, I'll give you 2 EP. And there's EP opportunity for who can tell me how long it will take to have Manitoba's item done.
210 days.
You were first, okay? Who can tell me?
2 fortnights.
Okay, all right. So 1 EP. And who can tell me how long it will take for the carved ones?
110 day.
Okay, all right. Very nice.
How much EP doing it?
1.
None.
One for each or just one?
1 each.
You get 1 each,
Okay.
so you get 2. Okay. All right, so following our stint at Melisandre's, we had, well, Manitoba was going to go back to the 3/5. Did you guys want to do anything different?
Head
I
back
can
to
talk to Rastilian a little bit, but I also wanted to head back.
Okay, well, he had teleported back to his home, and that's
Yeah.
where he had talked to
Dang.
his grandparents.
Okay. Then I'll just go back.
So you're 3/5 with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So following your conversation with your grandparents, what is Rastilian doing? Is he going to go to 3/5 or what is he planning on doing?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. So then we'll pick up at the 3/5. There was no as we were walking back to 3/5, we will notice that there were some guards on the street sort of, observing the bloodstains and mutilated body. Do you guys want to talk to them about it or just
No.
sort of skirt it?
Carbon's got a sour
Put my
taste.
head down, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, Matopa's just gonna walk by.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
Carbon
keep-
isn't
keep
gonna
pushing.
try to hide herself as she walks past, but like she has a sour taste in her mouth from the first start.
Okay, all right, so then
Come on,
if that's the case, then
it tasted
there's,
great.
there'll be no confrontation or anything like that.
It tasted phenomenal.
Okay,
The Carbon would like to look out to the river and see all the dead fish.
she will, by that time, it's been, it's been about an hour or so.
Yeah,
They'd be going.
So there wouldn't be any,
okay, gotcha.
they would have, with the stream, with the, the waves and all that stuff, the currents. Reaper, how did you plan on getting back to 3/5? Okay, all right, so you're gonna go a couple teleportations, then you would have no issues getting back.
Would I know of any good fishing spots around here?
No, because you didn't spend any time in there before. You've only been there in time of war.
No,
Yeah.
because I knew the coin shots. That was part
Mm,
of my like backstory, yeah, because when we met, I was like at a meeting with him, his grandfather, and his dad.
okay, fair enough.
That is true.
Um,
That's facts.
Then yes, you would.
Not to go right now, just like thinking for the future.
Okay, so back at the 3/5, Matatopa is going to go rest because, he was just beat up a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're fine.
So you guys can do what you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna,
Carbon feels fine because she rested at the one shot manor.
okay. Not really. Didn't rest.
I sipped from some stuff that like filled me back to full.
This is correct. She did rest.
Yeah.
It was overnight. So Matatopa's gonna rest.
What like time? It's still like 7, right?
It is early in the morning.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna check and see if anyone's out. Like any like the trainees.
everybody is up.
Okay, so-
And you guys will see that Stitch is already outside, and he is drilling with the Nators. And he has not just the 2 Nators who are interested in learning archery, but he has at least 10 other sort of recruits
Mhm.
who are also doing archery drills. And then on another side, there are a group being led in drills by Lomo. And you will see among them Tillian going through some drills with them. And Lianiani just seems to be sort of sitting back, watching over everything.
Yeah. Okay, that's super sick.
Is there anything you guys wanted to do?
I would like to try and like join them. Like join like the main group.
Yeah.
I want to just see what their like practice is like. What it's like to be part of that.
Okay. I mean,
Just for like a little while. Just to like try and get like a grasp of like what they do.
if you, I'm not sure how much you spent at 3/5 prior to,
I was only there for the Draken attack.
okay, so then you did, I believe, see that at the time we had like 2 practice dummies sort of in the back, and they were just sort of wooden affairs that were sort of stationary. In the intervening time, they have been equipped with more practice dummies that aren't quite mechanical, but they seem to have springs on them so that when they're hit, it makes their arms move and things like that in different ways, so that as the combatants fight them, they actually have to move because the momentum causes the different arms to swing and things like that.
That same thing where it's like the spinny pole. They like.
Sort of like that, yes. And so there are some that are going through drills up against that. And then there are others who actually do live drills against each other.
Yeah, it's like the one dojo in what is it, like Muay Thai Panda or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess, yes.
Yes.
And so you can join in with them.
Start with the like training dummy.
Okay.
See how hard that is, and then I would want to watch some of the sparring, and maybe if someone wanted to spar, I could join in a little bit.
I mean, you feel it's fairly basic for you,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Hey, babe,
Yes.
just wondering, when we did the aptitude like mash up a little bit, we reworked it. What did the stamina go into again?
I think endurance.
what are you trying to do?
So for daily grind, it says you can endure 1 day per stamina score of grueling physical exertion without severe fatigue. And I want to know what that would map onto for the sheet currently.
It's prowess.
Prowess, okay,
Prowess?
got you.
That's so busted.
So like, you do 42 days of like exhausting work. That's crazy.
So so yeah, so I mean for you it's not
Okay, yeah.
like too demanding. Depending on how involved you want to get.
Like my Zeman, my.
Yeah. Depending on how involved you want to get, like if you're really getting into it, Lomo will ask you if you'd like to train with some of their more advanced members.
Okay.
And
I don't want to get embarrassed.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna say that out loud. That's a personal thought.
so they do go into a different section. I mean, if anybody else would be interested.
I mean, Carvin is gonna be looking out for the rest of the so like I know the Vokra Namash is like the martial art. Is there like a name I would assign to the faction of the Vokra Namash practitioners, or
Well, there aren't Vokra Namash there.
right?
Oh, is the door?
Except for Darrican.
Yeah, Derek.
Yes. Are you singling Darrican out?
Yeah, I was going to inquire with Derek and if he would be willing to train with me in the way of the Vokra Namash.
Okay, so you don't see Darrican there.
Hmm.
I mean, if you
Gotcha.
ask about him, you can find out about him.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I was gonna like try and seek him out. Is there anybody nearby who I would feel is appropriate to ask? I know Leila.
Who would you think?
I would probably ask. There I can. I guess just because I know her through Calip's memories, I would ask Leila.
Okay.
I'll roll insight to find her. I got a 42.
She, like I said, she's overseeing, so she's just sitting there sort of watching everything.
Got you.
Yeah.
Leila, if I could just have a moment of your time, I know you're overseeing, but could I inquire with you a question?
Sure.
Do you happen to know where Derek can learn?
Yes, he is training.
Where?
He trains separately than these. I believe they are going there now. And she points over to Lomo.
Oh, of course. I shall follow Lomo then. Thank you.
Yes.
And then I'll try and catch up. Hey, Lomo, are you heading towards Derrican?
Yes.
Would you mind if I attend you then? I'm here to practice the Vokra Namash with him.
Okay.
Well, please lead the way. And then
All right.
Carvin will follow.
All right. Caleb, you're glitching.
Caleb, you're glitching.
Yeah. You might want to switch back.
Oh. Interesting.
Reaper, are you gonna go into the advanced training? Hmm,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Yeah, man, it's like we got spells going. Oh my goodness, you got like,
Wait,
Oh.
I wanna see this. Oh, what the,
now what in the world?
Caleb, how do you have me?
Yeah, you're
and
like,
Dan?
everybody is like.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a master of this guy.
I stick up-
Okay, there were some technical difficulties.
That's so crazy.
Okay,
That should be the only thing it can do unless it's detecting all the multiple sources. But
No,
how can your device even get to that?
so
That's
they will, not Derrican, Lomo will lead you guys into a back room. Well, it looks like a back room at the end of the training yard. And as you enter into what looks to be sort of an outbuilding, you will hear the sounds of nature around you. And you will smell fresh air.
Mhm.
You will hear growls. And you will hear, "Oh, I'm going to get you. Come here. Let me sink my teeth into you."
Can I roll insight to see where it's coming from? Or if it's
Sure.
a spell of sorts? Let's see, that is a 6 or 9. That is a 6. 47.
You don't immediately see, as there's a copse of trees, like sort of obscuring your view. But you do hear the sound coming from what appears to be, maybe you would imagine, like 50 or so feet
Mhm.
beyond.
Oh.
And Derek, Lomo just, sort of walks, "Oh, they're over here."
All right, just beyond the foliage or?
Yeah, all this, looks a little bit different today, but you never know what they do in here.
Is this magically enhanced or is this the
Well, what do you think? We just stepped into a room.
fair? And then Carbon is gonna, I guess she's just gonna press onward through the trees. Would that be a roll or something? Or?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, I'll also just go forward. And I wanna stealth in the trees and just observe them for a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and
Like,
roll
so
your,
that's like a passive, like a passive thing.
okay.
And which one? Oh, I think it's 60.
Okay.
Stealth. Well,
So are you doing anything special, Reaper? Okay.
I would say like do whatever everybody's doing.
All right, we're just, they're just walking in there.
Mhm.
Like I said, might hope was sleeping. So as you guys get there,
Uh-huh.
you will see Derrican and a couple of other people that you have. You recall seeing at the dinner that there was at the 3/5, but you don't really know them. And you will see your 2 tigers. You will see Chaho, and they will be involved in like a fight. The 3 animals will be doing battle against Derrican and
And Derrican's like 1v3 the animals?
I'm sorry.
Is Derrican like in a 1v3 with the animals?
No. There are 7
that would make
other opponents.
Okay, I was gonna say, that
Like,
man would be-
barely one-on-one.
And-
1v3 is crazy.
And so they're all sort of, in battle. It doesn't seem like, other than the three animals, you guys don't readily see who's on whose team,
Right.
so to speak.
Can I roll insight to try and suss it out?
Sure.
Okay. It's perfect, because I got a 12, 53.
Okay.
Oh, also. That was well. 38.
Okay.
Nice try, buddy.
You will see that there is
Go ahead and try and see me though. Just try.
I'm working on it, man.
I'm sorry. Is that not good enough?
there is Derrican and a rotund male gnome and
Does this happen to
a
look like one of the gnomes from the gate at all?
female halfling
Mm,
that appear to be
What?
working together.
I don't know if that's-
That appear to be working together. And then the other four seem to be working together as well,
So like on separate teams or working all together?
on separate teams.
What you
Okay,
said,
gotcha.
So there's Derrican,
Derek?
and he seems to be working with a round-bellied gnome and a slight female halfling.
Okay.
I just kind of wanna, I'm not gonna like interrupt, of course, I'm gonna wait till it finishes out, but I wanna watch and see like who in the melee is winning.
Well, I'll have you guys do some rolls to see.
Okay, bet.
All right.
For Tahoe.
I'll roll for Derek and
Stats.
Okay, and so then you will roll for the four. Okay, the opponents. Okay,
Let me know what
Oh,
dice you wanna
I
roll.
Okay,
also
so-
wanted to roll to see if the halfling looked like she was from I don't remember the name, at his place. Or if she was like from mine. Or,
roll.
it's 38. I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean, she is wearing things that are common to this city.
Mhm.
How might you determine if she is from your city?
I wouldn't want to do it during combat. I wouldn't want to throw her off or anything.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll do it after.
All right, so so who are you rolling for?
Derek and the halfling.
Okay, and so do me a favor, each of you guys roll a D12. Mm-hmm.
Take it.
I'll take that.
One.
Oh,
Good
boy.
job.
You're rolling a 1?
I can see that.
What do you got?
Okay,
I got a 10.
I got a 7.
okay.
I guess that makes sense a little bit.
Tahoe is just better.
I also have 2 tigers.
They're always, yes, they don't, they're just there.
Literally 3
No.
ethereal like spirit animals
Bro, they,
versus like
though, they're deep in Tahoe's backpack.
Okay, so what did you roll?
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
10.
10. Okay, all right. So as you guys are watching, the fight sort of quickly settles out. Derrican and the halfling and the gnome seem like they're sort of getting the upper hand on the Drake and Rorgan, Drek and Burvor that they're fighting against. And Chaho and Waziri and what's the other tiger?
Waziri and.
Oh, come on.
Is it
Neither.
in
Yeah,
Kufu? Is it
I think so.
Do you know the character sheet?
I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
What in the bruh?
But they,
Not his tiger.
yeah,
Send it to me through an email, and I just cannot find the email. I've been looking for like a month.
but they, I'll have to resend that then.
No
Um,
tiger.
So they seem, they pulled back, and sort of let the 3 and the 4 sort of fight a little bit. So they're using strategy. And they actually surround the combatants.
Yeah.
And just as Derrican and them are sort of winning, they wait until Derrican and them have beaten the others to submission, and then they launch. And Cha'o clamps down on Derrican. He does put up a decent struggle, but is not quite able to defeat her as she gets bigger. And then the 2 tigers, they are doing well against the halfling, and the gnome shoots off a couple of spells that do seem to bother the tigers, but as they get closer together, the closer they are, it seems like the less effect the spells have on them.
The closer the 2 tigers are?
Yeah. You know, it just seems like you know, the less damage it does.
Yeah.
And so, but overall, I mean, at the end of it, you know, Waziri and Chaho and the other tiger are standing, and everyone else is licking their wounds. So that's the conclusion.
It's too easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easy, but they're
Definitely
standing.
battle, though.
Yes. So what do you guys?
So when
Of
they
course.
win, I want to try and talk to the halfling eventually.
Okay.
So that's a mental fortitude
Okay.
check usually, right?
Well, go ahead and do that.
It's gonna be low. I'm not fortitude terrible. 15.
Okay. Now roll percentage.
Low. I'll take it to 26.
Okay. All right. Okay. What were you trying to say?
I was really thinking.
I am. Now I will make the impression. You put up a good fight. May I perhaps inquire your name?
I'm surprised you don't remember me. It is Whistle. I stopped you at the gates.
This is not a game. It's the person from the city.
Nope.
No. Hold on.
Come on, Shane.
You can roll knowledge.
Okay.
See if you remember.
Yeah. Close. I'm looking it up. My notes.
Give you 10 seconds.
1, 2. What is he looking up again?
Who is Whistle?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Nine and a half.
Yeah, I ain't got it.
9 3/4.
All right, anybody
10.
for EP? Who's Whistle?
Whistle is a member of Wahuru who was sitting at the gate who vouched for Wahuru saying that, hey, I'm pretty sure these are the guys, although they look a little weird, but like, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay, got you. I
Very
like there's
nice.
more to it, but that's like the most that I can recall.
All right. I will give you another EP if anybody can tell me who Whistle was with.
Whistle was with the that gnome whose name I forget, but I will say is
Yep.
Thorn,
Nope,
Fang,
nope,
Tooth.
no, oh, no, starts with a G. Give you guys 10 seconds. Come up with a name that starts with a G for the gnome.
Pretty.
Is it
10.
gnome?
Huh?
Is it gnome?
It is not. 9,
Is it
8, 7, 6,
root?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is grist. Grist.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that.
Grist.
When was it? Was that
What?
a long time ago?
Nope, that was when we were coming into Gubaiba.
Like-
Yes, this time. Whistle and Grist were amongst the guards that stopped us.
Well, I got Whistle, so that's all I need.
He had a wand and she had a sword.
Real.
Okay, so what did you guys want to do in there? Loma will say, you guys are free to train, but I think Liani would probably like to speak with you guys in a minute. So,
Oh.
you know,
I'll
probably,
Try not to wear myself out.
yeah, probably not be too long.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go check on Martopa.
Go for it.
Maybe,
Please
you know.
let us know how he's doing once you return.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all right.
And
Okay.
after that,
Who
I'm gonna
said
set to-
I'm gonna
Loma.
go back to trees. And make them.
He's the
Okay.
This is magic in the trees. I want to see if there's any splinter plane stuff going on here. I want to roll what would it be, my magical attunement. And then I
Grist.
wanna-
Grist. Okay,
I'm gonna roll my magical attunement or insight to see if there's any realm boundaries going on.
Filament.
Filaments, yeah.
okay.
Which would that be, the magical attunement or the insight?
The magical attunement.
Okay, got you. I got a 25 for that.
Again, you know that you do feel that there's some type of filament in the city,
But not here.
not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
What do you want to do with the trees?
Probably make them move.
Okay, you feel like instantly these trees aren't real. And so there's no connection with these. You do, as you're doing that, you feel like the trees and the plant life out in the courtyard are calling to you.
Yeah, that's why I said to go.
They got the offer.
Oh, okay.
Go to the real trees.
Okay, yeah.
They got
Um,
great value bushes.
So as you are like walking out to the courtyard, roll insight.
You spell whistling.
WHISTLE.
Yep.
Whistle.
That looks
Whistle.
right.
That looks right.
42.
Hey, you will notice that everybody has stopped training and are just sort of like standing around, sort of like looking, because all of the trees and all the grass has just bent and is facing the courtyard, where you guys had went, where you had gone, because you're in there and you're calling to it.
Are the people in the like door area arena still
Well, so
fighting there?
so the courtyard is where everybody was fighting, well, practicing.
Yeah.
And so so he was inside the magic area,
Yeah.
and he didn't know it, but he was calling to the plants out there.
Mhm.
So they were calling to him.
Gotcha.
And so they were bending to him, trying to reach him. And that was sort of freaking everybody else out.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so when he comes out there, everybody's like, they don't know what's going on with the plants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my charger.
Okay.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, is the Durkin people and everybody inside the magical area, have they stopped to witness this as well? Or
No, they have no idea because the stuff
Because the
inside
stuff
is
in the way.
fake. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. In that case, I'm going to,
When I said a whistle, I didn't recognize you during the fight. I'm sorry. So you're training here at 3
Yes, I've been coming here for, I don't know, 4 months now. Yeah.
You and I assume Grist has joined with you.
Yes, well, Grist and I have been together for quite a while. And we figured it was good as place as any to sort of settle down for a while, make a bit of coin.
See. As you know, we're adventurers, and so obviously we don't really get to be here very often, especially recently. There's been
Is this all still mined?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's been a lot that we had to handle. So we haven't been here in a while, and the 3 has expanded a lot. I wanted to know how the training is here.
The training is good. I mean, it's adequate. I think the best part is that it's sort of real world because we get to actually go out and use the skills right away. But it's not like we started at the level that they did out there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And then at that point,
But she's going to say, I don't get the sense that you've been out of Chaluk'Sen all that long.
not really.
she's calling you out.
Can you tell me of the homeland? And she's just going to ask you you don't have to give me, but she's just going to ask for information because she hasn't been home for a while.
Yeah, I'll tell her about like the plague, and then I could tell her how we fixed it.
Okay. I mean, the more you tell her, she's just going to soak it up because she's yearning for more information. So
yeah. Well, everything's fine. They seem to be on the up and up after the whole plague thing. So
okay, she's going to be very relieved. She had not actually heard about the plague.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been very out of the loop. So that is all very interesting to her.
Carver is going to approach
Sorry.
Derek and she's gonna ask, that was one great fight you put up there, right here, especially against ethereal, beastuous ancestral animals. Is there any chance you have energy to teach the Herald any sort of new Vulcan amount, perhaps?
Yes. We can train.
Just unplug the lights.
Although your training by necessity will be a bit different than
You unplug the right one. It just kind of
is traditional.
Of course.
But yes.
Yes.
And so
How do you mean by traditional?
Well, we don't traditionally use a shield.
Ah,
But,
as it were, I'm shieldless as a parent.
and yet you need a shield.
Oh, you're saying I need a shield for the Bokranamash?
You need a shield for the Bokranamash.
Ah, I see. Is this
Yes.
part of the unique training that Strazig has told me I would undergo?
Yeah, you did not know this?
I wasn't aware that you were aware of it. I am unsure as to how Vokran undergoes communication with the practitioners of the Bokranamash.
Ah,
If you were not aware, this is all still very new to me, and my apologies. As
no,
the
yes.
herald, I want to try and understand as much of this as I can. However, only being born a number of fortnights ago, it's what?
Yes.
Oh, only being, under creation a number of fortnights ago. I hope you can understand my inability to process this as quickly as others.
I understand. Yeah, I guess my father and I were instructed
Your
that,
father.
yes, we do have fathers.
Search through her memories to try and see if Caliph knows who that is.
No, because
Then Cartman
you're
is
not,
just gonna
you're,
search through the memories.
and this conversation is happening at the same time you're having that conversation.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just a separate thing, but I'm gonna go for knowledge for it. 35.
You would not remember.
You have a father?
Does not everyone?
Not I.
You do not have a father?
I was born of a communion of gods and their recycling of body and soul.
So you have a father, mother?
Well, I am unsure of their genders, but I guess if you were to put it that way, I would have parents of 3 gods.
Well, then my one father and I were instructed that your training should include a shield. As you are to be a different type of warrior. And so I will show you some of the techniques that I know, but I will ask others to help incorporate the moves that we use and how to seamlessly incorporate the shield into that, because I don't do that.
No, of course, and I see no reason not to understand the basics of the Bokranamash with just the Dwarven flavor. That will help me integrate the shield, of course, correct?
Yes. But again, it is to be different.
Right.
And so you and I will begin, but we will bring in another who is a master of the shield. And so I do not know yet. And so
I was ready to write down the name.
yes, I have not been told. And so when that person comes, then your training will truly begin.
Of course.
Yes.
Until then, I would love to undergo practice in any form I can.
So I will have someone bring you a shield.
Wonderful.
Yes. So there are obviously tons of shields, on the
Yeah.
training rack.
Got it.
So it wouldn't be long for someone to bring in a shield. And then Derrican will start to just show you sort of the basics.
Mhm.
It's going to be a little odd for Derrican
he's not
because
used to the-
yeah, and he's he's trying not to show you and ingrain too much of the sort of dual sort of way that they fight,
Yeah,
because you're incorporating sort of a single-handed fighting method.
yeah,
And he doesn't want to get something, too ingrained in you that will be hard to untrain.
yeah.
And so but he just doesn't know what would be natural for you.
No, I got you. I kind of follow with that.
Yeah.
Should
So
I do like a roll or something for the training? Or?
I wouldn't worry about it because it's not, at this point, it's not, what'd you say?
Try not to get bodied.
Yeah, well, no, because he's not, like I said, he's sort of holding back. He's not even trying to, he's more placating you.
Yeah, he's just showing me the moves.
Yes.
So I can go through
Yeah.
the motions of them. And I follow that.
Yep. So stepping out, what are you doing, Reaper? I mean, everybody's like looking at you, the grass and the trees are sort of bending
Wow.
towards you. Like, what are you wanting to do with them?
Oh.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the training with him, I want to soul search Derrick.
Oh,
And I'm not sure what role that would be. I can pull it up real quick somewhere,
Should
but
be your magical attunement.
so you want to soul search them?
yeah.
Okay,
I'm not sure which role that would be though. I'm trying to find it.
it's an insight.
Oh, just insight.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 47.
Okay, and you just have soul search.
Just soul search, correct.
Okay, you don't believe that he has any Venri.
Okay,
from-
gotcha.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you do feel like he is on the path of something higher than him,
Mhm.
but not of the divinity.
Okay,
I'm not a god.
Gotcha.
Volkrin is not a god.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Just wanted to
Yeah.
try and check that out.
Yep.
Because I knew what the answer should be. I wanted to see if
Yeah.
I got the right one though.
So what are you doing?
Sorry about that, by the way. I had to track my powers.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you step out and everybody's sort of like, because they don't know it's you. And they're just like, they're confused. But the grass is looking at you and the trees are sort of focused on you.
Just gonna say, I don't know how it's gonna work. And I'm in prime, I'm just gonna say Tom. And see if I can like bring like the roots to me, but without damaging the trees, obviously.
So you're trying to bring the roots to you.
Or something to me. It doesn't have to be the roots. Roots is the first thing I was thinking. The branches are already moving.
I mean, the branches, okay, roll your magical aptitude.
Aptitude, 30.
Okay. And what is your magical aptitude?
Uh-oh. That was not a good sign.
Davey, what's your magical aptitude?
Alchemy.
Okay. And so, I mean, you'll see that the branches are stretching, like sort of, they can only reach as far as they can reach. Are you like commanding them to do something? Like, what's your overall aim?
No, I just want to see what I can do.
Well, I mean, they're trying to answer you, but they don't really know what you want. So here's the thing. In previous situations, you wanted leaves to come to you.
Mhm.
You wanted things to happen because you needed something to happen, and so they did it. But you're just saying, hey, I want to see what you guys are going to do for me, but they don't know what you want.
I want them to like move. but like they are moving.
They are
I
moving.
don't know what I want.
Exactly, and they don't know what to do.
You look the
Because-
Incredible Arm Man, for real, like,
You know,
have just like an excited little kid in front of you and he's like, give me something to do, I'm bored. What would you tell it?
so, but here's the thing. Now, recall who you are. You're the defender. All right, so you've taken on a calling. So would you use that for something that's meaningless?
No. I was just trying, yeah.
You know, so even, I mean, and I understand you're practicing, which is fine, you know, so what's the purpose?
Can I try and like grow them?
Yes,
I want that.
okay. Do you want to make the tree get bigger or the grass grow or what?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You are going to have to give me, no, you're gonna have to give me 2 endurance rolls.
Okay, endurance.
Yep,
First one was 28.
okay,
Second one was 20.
okay. And now give me a prowess roll.
Oh, 39.
Okay, so you step out into the courtyard and you, at first you're like doing this and the leaves and the grass is sort of just reaching out towards you. But then you change and you're like, and you're straining. And now give me your magical aptitude roll.
The myrtles are terrible. 25.
Okay, so last thing, give me a percentage roll.
Oh my goodness, 83.
What?
83.
83.
Okay, so
So bad.
83 in pink color.
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
It's a good chunk of growth.
okay, so
Ginormous tree.
so as you're doing that, you are straining and people can see that sorry, I got a message here. So you see that someone that you're straining, everybody can see you straining, and as you're doing this, suddenly the leaves and the grass is no longer pointed at you. It starts to go straight up and it starts to grow. It grows 40% taller. So the grass, which was already sort of fairly tall, now grows taller than you are, particularly since you pass out. After, because you did a lot of straining.
Yeah.
And so you pass out, and then the trees also grow 40% taller and bigger. And the people in the courtyard, sort of freak out because they don't really know what's going on. The magic dampening should have prevented this type of magic, if it were a spell, from happening.
Like you, do I get that?
Roll insight.
Yeah, I'm completely honed in on my training with Derek, and so I'm not gonna, notice any of that going on.
46.
You would hear, yes, but like, oh, what?
I'll say, it was a pleasure talking to you. Whistle. Hope to see you around, but I have to handle something. I will leave and go out to them. And then once I get there, I'll go like I'll like try and just assess the situation, like make sure nothing's like happening.
You don't need to roll. I mean, as soon as you step out, you see he's down, face first, and grass that is suddenly 40% taller. So I mean, you're stepping out and it's taller than you are. And the tree that was, 60 feet is now much taller.
Assume he had something to do with this.
I mean,
I think it's a fair assumption.
you would, because you've known him, and
Sorry, Kim.
everybody is like, what's going on? People are rushing around.
I'm gonna grow a little bit.
And nobody's gonna come help me.
I'm going to say,
I'm in the magic area.
do not fear. It was simply.
So you're growing. Okay. All right. Liani is going to run up and she is going to say, what is going on?
Rastilian is defender, so he can do stuff with like nature and like plants and stuff.
Well, don't you think you should have warned us?
Well, I mean, that's not him to warn you first, but yeah, probably.
She's going to turn around. She's going, everyone. It's okay. It's okay.
This doesn't interrupt me in days, right?
No.
You and who?
Derek.
Derrican, yes.
Yeah.
She's going to say,
I was thinking
everyone,
what you
it's okay. Apparently this this halfling here, you might want to take care of him.
Yeah, I was gonna pick him up.
Okay.
And then like
Take him up to
I was gonna check his pulse and his breathing.
take him to Manitoba's room. I'll be there shortly. Everyone, this is okay. Apparently the halfling is able to do this. He will be okay. I will return shortly. Continue training. It is all okay. I will be back as she leaves.
No, I was gonna because I have anatomy and like field dressing. So I was gonna check his pulse and stuff.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
It's survival, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 25.
You do feel that his pulse is weak. You are at 0.
I want to try to give him blood, like not like the way I absorb blood. I want to do that to him without hurting him. You know,
So you're trying to take his blood or give some to
heal him.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
mine.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I got a little extra earlier, so
So
Got the reserves.
you're going to cut him?
not gonna cut me.
Okay, but how do you plan on introducing it to him?
Just kind of melt.
Okay.
That's
Ugh.
not how that works. You can't.
What?
He doesn't know, so he's gonna try.
He's just
No,
gonna,
like the magical. It's not like
just think
like
of it like
it's less of a
Thunder Dude, man.
transfusion and more like the way I absorb it. I want to absorb it into him. So hopefully he heals.
But you said you're gonna put it in his mouth. You don't absorb it through your mouth.
No, I think he's talking about like the flesh. Like, cause it's.
But he didn't say that. He said mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, you said that when you said you're gonna cut him, I assumed that I had to. I was gonna like grab his arm or something.
Well, I'm saying, how do you plan on having him absorb it?
I'm gonna cut myself and grab his arm. And whereas normally I would like shoot it out like a jet, I would like disperse it and then try and think about it like going into him.
Okay.
May or may not work. May make things.
What type of healing proficiencies do you have?
Well, I have anatomy, and then I have what's it called? It's like field dressing or something.
Okay.
And then I have a lot of like potion stuff, like brewing herb life. This counts as a potion.
No.
And then I think that's it. Yeah,
Okay, try it.
don't die, please.
If he dies and you kill him, that would be awful.
I would get so much loot.
You'd also
Don't
have
die.
all of the prime after you.
That'll be bad. Alchemy?
Yes.
So plus. Nighttime? No.
Nope, it's not
Is it early
nighttime.
enough?
Huh?
To be nighttime?
No.
Yes. No. 50?
50? Okay. You smear blood on him, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm not dead, bro.
Tillian comes in
no, I just want to do something.
and says that Lianiani has requested you to come to Matatopa's room.
Me with
Okay.
Derek
I'll
currently,
wipe it off.
or are you referring to them?
You.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's currently
Yes.
a dog biting my ankle. Stop. No.
I'll just wipe the blood off.
Okay.
Or I'll just absorb it back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, E-Carbon is going to. My apologies, Sarah, I am needed with Wahoo currently. If this takes not too long, I should be able to return shortly. If not, I wish you a great rest of your training. I also hope to meet your father, I'm assuming he is also with the book in a month.
He is.
Oh, well, then that's swell. I'll have to meet him. Till then, I have to go attend Manitoba. My apologies. Until we meet again.
Very well.
E-Carbon is gonna go with the rest of wherever she's needed. Dude, that dog was going crazy on my ankle. I'm just trying so hard to not laugh.
Okay, so you will arrive in Matatopa's room. And in Matatopa's room, the outside, there's a couple of different rooms in the room. And so Matatopa would have been in bed. However, Lianiani felt that time was of the essence, and so she no longer wanted to wait. She felt like we needed to have a discussion. So she has instructed Lomo to get some potions and has instructed him to wake Matatopa up and ask Matatopa to take the potions. And she has asked Belac to give Reaper a potion. So Matatopa will take a potion. Reaper, you gave him a potion? Okay. Reaper, you will have 38 vitality back. And Matatopa, so Matatopa will be at 68. so I'm not fully back yet. And so Liani will say, I am very happy that you are all back. But I just want to make sure that things continue to run smoothly. So that was very interesting what you did. I would ask that if you're going to do something like that, could you let us all know that you're going to do something like that?
I didn't know it was gonna grow.
Ah, yeah, you really freaked everybody out. There were we have magical protections because obviously since the war is going on, and to see something magical that was not planned happen, immediately our thoughts were that the magic failed or that we were under attack. And I know that you guys have been gone for a while, but I'm trying to make sure that 3/5 continues to run smoothly for you. So I want to just have a conversation so that I can continue to help administer it to the best of my abilities for you. So I guess I need to know, what are your intentions for 3/5?
Well, I actually want to talk to something about this. There's like a perfectly good restaurant area down there. And I
So
been planning to start something called Big Littles. Wanted to do it with Roger, but sadly that didn't work.
okay,
So that, and then also, I'm big on stealth, using assassination. It's just easier. So I was wondering if maybe I could help lead like a group of assassins here.
oh, okay, 1 second. So Mika Butler said, who is 3/5? I must have
Oh.
missed something.
No, you're all good. The 3/5, that was a joke I made forever ago, because like our building was destroyed, but we were placing a lot of money there. So it's like, instead of like a normal bank, like, a certain other one that's a fraction, we instead would call ours the 3/5, because we have like 3/5 of our building remaining after a terrorist attack. So yeah, no, that is our main Wahuru building that stands in Kubaiba. That is our, main base of operations.
Yes.
It
It's not a
also
character, it is a building.
it also doubles as like a trainee place. Like we take on trainees and we teach them how to fight, and then we have it set up. I believe they have it set up so they can do contracts through the 3/5. Like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Contracts? Yes.
mission through the 3/5 to get some hands-on training out in the field.
And so in our absence, since Wahuru has been a field, Lomo and Lianiani have been the ones running 3/5 in our stead. But now that Wahuru is back, Lianiani and ostensibly Lomo, but more Lianiani, is having a conversation to sort of figure out what does Wahuru intend for 3/5.
Well, I believe that 3/5 should be our starting point. We're not quite large enough to be our own organization across the continent of Midian, but I see no reason why we shouldn't continue our operations here. Our intention as Wahuru in developing the 3/5 was always to be liberators. Is that not the meaning of the name Wahuru? So then, as long as we're growing our strength and our ability to liberate those who are under enslavement, I see no reason why we can't continue the ways of our building as is currently.
That is interesting. I do think we would continue to grow, and I do have some ideas in regards to the restaurant idea and assassins.
I think it would both be the same.
Interesting.
If you're good at assassin, you can probably do it.
Interesting. Okay. And Matatopo will say, yeah, I hadn't heard the assassin idea yet.
You haven't?
I don't think we've talked about that.
In game you would have, because I would have told you about the recon point.
I've never heard of that.
We hadn't, out of game, we haven't like formally talked about it.
Oh.
In game, no, but I mean, I'm not adverse to it. I think, so here's the thing. We have to go to Zilwa in like a year's time. Liani and Lomo, I'm grateful that you guys have been gathering what looks to be the beginning of a solid force. And I'm hoping that we can grow it still further. And hopefully yes, Commission. Hopefully the war with Kush wraps up and we can be able to go and liberate Zilwa, because that was a blood price that we owe. I am perfectly happy with you and Liani running the sort of day-to-day operations, provided that Reaper is fine with that. Because I think it gives us the opportunity to still do what we do best, which is on the road. I would like after that to go and carry out the final mission that we have, which is to go and honor our vow to Pi'ali. And so
a plan that I had mentioned on earlier, or well, not mentioned on earlier, but I had heard mentioned earlier that I was interested in bringing up. Perhaps in the future of the 3/5, this place could become an embassy of sorts between the city that Wahuru is interested in beginning and Dubai. And that perhaps, or diplomatic dealings, this could be the location at which that goes on.
That makes sense.
Leoniani will say, well, that does sound interesting. What of you, Reaper?
I have no quarrels with anything that's going on. I think that's a good idea. I think it would make us money and get our brand out there. It'd also give the people who are here an opportunity to make money as well.
So you've had time to sort of look at the recruits that we have.
Mhm.
I see that Stitch is interested in training some archers. You would be interested in assassins?
Yeah.
Are you interested in sort of training a specialty? What would your specialty be?
You can help me.
I could teach not like the martial side, but more of like the persuasion, like how to get yourself out of situation, or to like just persuasion, public speaking, pretty much.
That makes sense.
Because killing is only so effective. But if I ever have a conversation, if I'm trying to sell you something, or trying to buy something, or if I'm trying to start something, I have to be able to pronunciate myself well and get my point across effectively.
So you want to train people like speakers, deal brokers, that sort of thing.
Just like little skills.
Some more of the diplomat.
Yeah.
And I could see with your connections with your family, how that might be useful in this city. And what of you?
I believe myself not very complicated. I am interested in furthering Wahuru's ability to hold ground, combat, fight, as well as develop infrastructure I believe that nothing will stand forever, but I believe it important that what Huru stands for a very long time, and that's what I would be interested in. Our buildings, our equipment, our ability to face off against foes on a front line, that's the sort of thing I believe is my role in Wahuru.
Interesting. So you wouldn't be interested in like perhaps training them in any certain way?
Oh, no, of course. I would see myself as training them on how to, create buildings for, this new city we've been speaking of, perhaps. I would like to learn how to do so myself, perhaps train blacksmiths, how to create weapons and armor and all that.
But you have to learn that first.
You have to know how to do it. She's asking what you are good at. You train what you can.
Well, I'm interested in training groups in Wahuru how to do that. I would like to learn so myself, so I could do such a thing.
I,
How are you gonna train people something that you don't know?
By learning how to
Manitoba
do
will
such a
cut
thing.
in. I too would be interested in learning more about how to craft weapons and items. I think that's something that we should both learn, and in that we can teach others. Yes, as we're learning.
Alongside that, I would also
It's a lot more
enjoy
complicated.
training. Sorry, you guys are like haters right now, but
No, you're just saying it. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna learn so I can teach others how. Anyway, alongside creating, blacksmiths and builders and architects and such, I'd also be interested in teaching others how to fight on a front line, perhaps a war front, to defend our city from possible threats, to be able to fight in, to parallel from assassins, we should be able to fight on a front line in a war as well, should Wahuru be under attack from those who wish to put those others under endangerment.
Then Manitoba will say, I guess then listening to what you guys have said, I would be interested in probably trying to, if we're talking about sort of assisting in the training, probably trying to marry martial with magic, so that we can build capable fighters and spellcasters, so that we can support our physical fighters with those who can repel spells or cast or even buff.
Of course, it's how I would like to mix the idea of magic with the ability to build, to create magical items for those in combat.
Liani will say, well, those are all interesting concepts. So where to begin? Well, what do you know of assassins?
Well,
Are you an assassin?
more
Just doing quiet.
I was actually back when I was on the Raging Horse Brigade. We did a lot of stealth recon type of things. Going into Gathria and hiding, staking out there, like trying, so I've kind of gotten accustomed to learning how not to be detected, how to kill quietly, and things under wraps.
Okay. You said like cooking? Are you?
I'm a master chef, bro. I'll be whipping it up. Not to toot my own horn, but
Okay, so I'm assuming you don't have any skill in that. So you've never like brewed like poisons?
I've brewed some non-magical things. I can't say I know how to do anything magical yet. I would love to learn too, and I am very interested in learning poisons. But I haven't done that yet.
I can help teach poisons.
You
done
know
that?
poisons,
I have a crack on poison proficiencies.
but
But
you
have you done it?
haven't been doing those.
Yes, I have.
You've never.
Oh,
once
okay, I haven't
crafted a-
crafted. Do I have, I just know about them. I don't know how.
That's what I'm saying. So it's having the proficiency and knowing it is not the same thing.
Like how I have a bunch of the crafting proficiencies, but I haven't
Yeah, you have
done
to,
that, so I can't.
yeah, so you need to train in it and do it to have like an in-game reason to have known it.
Well,
Which is
I
why-
have proficiencies are like reading like the book, like I understand the information about it. It's just I haven't put it. in
Yeah,
the
you
book.
haven't put in the, yeah, so
So if
you
I'm
know.
just relaying the information on poisons, I don't know. how
not
to
the
make
same.
why.
Yes.
No.
So, but there's an opportunity to learn that. So if you're interested in that, that's fine. So just let her know. So, okay,
I wouldn't have said
So-
anything. If I would have known that.
no, you did, and that's fine. Okay. So, well, that is very good to know. So then I will speak to you guys shortly as we sort of figure those out. But there are ways to make money. So if you guys are interested, some of the things that we have been doing is we've been doing contracts for the city. Now that you are here, I will allow you to decide on how you would like to proceed. There are, we typically will go to Charge Master.
Oh, you're recommending we do contracts alongside you?
Mhm.
Well, yes, I would imagine that you would go out with the recruits.
Oh, of course.
That way you would sort of know what they are. You would get to know them. They would get to know you.
Oh, absolutely.
And so maybe you could go to see Charge Master Vorlin. And yes.
Can I roll knowledge to see if I know anything? Can I like see through college memories for it?
Sure.
Is that the one?
36.
Is that the one that we did the thing for?
Because it sounds like we're a lack.
Well, that's different.
Okay, got it.
Completely different.
Is that the person we did the thing for?
But do I know any Werlins from Calip's memories? I got a 36.
It's Vorlin.
They were like connected to
Borderline.
like the 3/5 or something? No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Maybe I'm tripping.
Um,
That's what we told you before? Well, who would,
We have encountered her before,
but we haven't done like a,
but we haven't done anything for her.
okay, then I'm thinking wrong person.
And she runs the contracts for the cities. Well, the martial contracts. She's also known as Lady Darkblade.
And how do I spell Borlin?
Vorlyn.
Could you say that one more time?
Vorlyn. Voril. Vorlin.
VORIL. VORILYN.
Yes, Lady Darkblade.
Got you. VORK.
Yes, no. And she runs the martial contracts for the city. And she will say, I don't think it would take all of you guys to go see her. And by the way, Stitch, I think actually the city is going to be requesting your services so that you can sort of resume your commission. And Stitch will say, oh, well, yeah, I did sort of abandon them.
You mean you've been here instead of at work?
Pretty
Well,
much,
I wouldn't
yeah.
say it was work. I
Oh,
was
no, he
just,
left
How long
without
have you been
saying
gone
anything.
from your post?
but I mean,
Only a year,
but
longer than a year.
it's okay. But I will be back, says Stitch. As he will go to resume his post as in helping them defend the city in his archery corps.
I have no memories of him leaving his go to the Ryan Dart.
But he will be free to come back and help train. So she will say that Liani will say that two of us should go and see what contracts they have currently. So Matatopa will volunteer.
Oh, I'd like to go with you. Perhaps afterwards we could find some place in which we could practice crafting and building.
I need to stick out on the training.
Okay. All right. So she'll let us know, sort of give us the directions on how to get there.
Mhm.
And then we can just head on out. Okay. When we leave, she will take you guys, she'll ask you guys to escort her, to follow her to her private kitchen.
Okay.
So you two are interested in learning more. And she will roll magic resistance.
Both of us?
Yep.
Yeah. 52.
$38.
Okay. So, okay. You both are fine.
No.
So, so you don't feel anything. So she will say, I will be honest. Everyone has a past, and I previously I was previously part of a different organization that some might say did some bad things. So I do have skills akin to what you were looking for. Assassinations, poisons, death was not uncommon. So I could easily teach you. The reason I don't allow people to use my kitchen is because there are a lot of lethal things in here. So I will train the two of you. And then as I feel you are able, I will allow you to then begin training only those that we determine are worthy of understanding these skills. Understanding, of course, that this must be secret. If there are those that become aware of my presence, that could put us all in danger.
Okay. And the whole point is kind of be stealthy, so.
I would agree. So, with that, we can begin. And so she will start talking to you guys like, she'll take off, like this here is, Nightshade, and, she'll start, telling you guys about the various components that she has there. She will begin telling you a little bit about her life. She spent a lot of time in the Unterwild. She was part of an organization that was, you know, under, that was in the Underworld.
This is the only item, right?
Yes.
Sure.
The organization that she was a part of is called the Maraatan. It is spelled M-A-U-R-U.
M-A-U-R-U.
Yep,
Sorry, could you, what was that again?
M-A-U-R-U apostrophe A-T-T-E-N. And it is an organization that is very clandestine. They actually have tendrils in a lot of different cities. They do a lot of assassinations, high profile thefts. They have been known to deal with the Brune Guild and other organizations like the Darken Guild. She was with them for probably about 100 years, but some things happened. She had a falling out with one of the leaders, and she had to get out of there. She's been on her own for about 30 years, and was happy to find Wahuru. She's been pretty pleased with the setup here. And so she would like to keep it this way. So as long as things run smoothly, she doesn't see why it can't stay smooth. She will be happy to impart the knowledge she has, and she can help grow Wahuru into something more. So she's telling you guys that as she's building out, you know, your knowledge of these little vials and stuff like that. Do you have any questions for her?
How long do I have to take? So I have a red death. I have passed out red death potions, right?
Okay.
I have a couple of healing potions, like the antidotes, too, right? How long can one go before having to take the antidote?
For the Red Death, ideally you would need to take it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
For a Red Death, let's see. Red Death, I believe within, so you start getting like sick and stuff within minutes. Yeah, within 20 minutes, you'll receive like all kind of stuff. So like if you don't take it within an hour, you're pretty much done. You know, and she'll start giving you more information. Anything else? Out of game. Think,
Is she not just telling us like everything that we would need to know?
what?
Or is she just giving us like a general overview?
Yeah, but okay, so think about more than poisons. Think specifically things that your character might want to know about other things.
Do you have any like experience with potions, like magical potions?
Yes.
Well, would you mind teaching me some of that later?
Yeah, I mean, and she will, but it's going to be a process. I'm right now as the lore master talking about specific questions that you guys might have relative to your current situation.
I know one you might
I
have.
know. Do you know of the Burns Guild?
The Brune Guild,
The Balloon Guild,
yes,
That's what we said.
like BROOM.
no,
That's
We-
a different guild dedicated to cleaning
Yes.
instead of
I do know of the Brune Guild.
You know they like facilities they would store stuff because they still kind of needed that.
I mean, the Brune Guild has many different facilities. I mean, you're talking about here in Kubaiba?
Yeah.
There are several different Brune Guild locations. They move them. I would have to reach out to certain connections to see what did they steal from you?
Dragon steel armor.
Dragon scale armor?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's really nice.
when was this?
It's probably like a few months. I couldn't figure anything out because we were traveling. So now that I have free time, I was sort of looking into it. 'Cause I asked people before and they didn't know anything about it.
I mean, the Brune Guild is rather deadly. They are not as deadly as they believe. I mean, well, I guess they are, but the Mara Aten is much more deadly. I could look into it, although it might be that the item you are seeking is not in the city any longer.
I mean, no, that's fine. I just want information on it.
I'm sure we could find information on it. I will see what I can find. Okay, anything else? She will say also that not only with potions and stuff like that, but if you are interested in learning more about how to be stealthier, because she appreciates that you guys are stealthy, but she sees where you're weak, and she's saying it diplomatically. But after several hundred years of life, you know, your skills are not her skills.
Yeah.
But like,
She was with the Marawatin
Yeah.
Guild for like at least 100 years.
oh, okay,
She said-
clearly I missed it on that part. I thought Leia Leoni was like a young woman.
That's what you see.
Yeah, she's just a long living race.
I mean, you
Okay,
know,
gotcha.
you see her as human.
Oh,
That doesn't mean that's what she is.
okay,
I
gosh.
can understand that stuff, but
Also, you're technically a soul that's now.
Yeah, so I mean, you know,
Okay,
there's
listen.
the EverLore.
Expand.
So
wait, you're an undead for real.
huh,
That's
If I
low key.
feel you,
then you take damage.
That's
from
literally
now
what I
on.
thought I was at first, but then Dave specified, no, I'm not undead, which I really thought I was. I thought that would be cooler.
I could also teach you more of how to be more of an assassin, how to infiltrate, how to deliver the blows. If that would be something you would be interested in.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Okay. Right. Then in the morning, you will answer when Tillian calls you.
Okay.
Yes. I'm assuming you would be interested as well?
Sure.
Very well. Then tomorrow, Tillian will reach out to you two. I will use this time to see if I can find any information I can on the Broom Guild, and will let you know what I come up with. Okay. So on that note, did you guys have anything else? Any questions? No? All right.
No,
So, yes.
this one I might not even do this tonight. I was gonna look. I'm gonna ask around and see who would be interested in cooking or working at a restaurant for us.
Oh, you mean of the recruits?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you can go and ask the recruits, just go ahead and do a roll and give me a second.
Am I wrong? Just a 12?
You are going to give me a percentage roll, because I'm going to see of the named recruits, how many of them would be interested.
Dave, I
Yes,
have
sir.
a proposition for you
Okay,
after street.
okay.
It's just an interesting idea.
High or low?
Low.
Okay, 1.
Okay, all right. So one of the named recruits would be interested. And it is Zav. Zav
The goblin we take.
is very interested in cooking.
But you said I wanted to roll low, and I only got 1.
Yes.
Well, check it. You having Zav is good though, because Zav being like our infiltrator, like he gathers information of us. If they like his cooking, then they're gonna be like pals with him. I think that's a good
I
investment.
only got Zav. I couldn't get
Hey,
like
listen, having Zav is
Zav.
good.
get Tresla or
Well, you already have Tillian.
You do have Tillian.
Because he's already her trainee. We just didn't.
Zav is a W though. You can rename him to Wax.
And Zav is also there. So Zav and Tillian. Now go ahead and roll for the others.
high or low.
Low.
Percentage?
And Zav is actually a very good pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree.
Okay, I trust you.
You get it.
All right, 24.
Okay. Okay. And you said 24?
Mhm.
All right. So there are 12 of the regular recruits.
Do I think that's enough?
To start, yes.
Okay, cool. Like servers and all.
Well, you don't know what you're going to need. And so you're just getting 12 sort of recruits that are interested in cooking in some fashion. They're already serving staff, but you're talking about cooks,
Mhm.
So and you're thinking of taking them beyond serving. You're just looking at the cooking portion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, then I think.
Okay. All right, guys, so question. Who is Leaniani? Or yes, who and what do you think Leaniani is?
The Aliani, changeling.
Okay,
That was like,
Yes, sir. That was smart.
Well,
I can't even
she
lie.
tricked me for like ever, and I guess low-key she tricked Caliph and me Cardwin. So I'm
Not
kind
that
of,
hard, but
that's what I'm saying.
good to do.
Okay, bud. Anyway, I'm gonna say that she's some like ex-master assassin, like she might have been like a head in one of these organizations or something, and eventually she witnessed something like, you know, too gruesome, too hard, so now she's trying to not necessarily run from her past, but she's trying to create a new life for herself and do good in the world. I'm going to say she used to be a force for evil that is now trying to turn herself around. That's what I think she is.
okay,
I'm gonna just say changeling. I like it.
Changeling.
I'm trying to think of something else like that. That's good.
all right,
Good answer.
okay,
Oh, sorry.
all right,
I really think that was very smart and really great to think about that.
okay, all right, and what are I guess why does she need to have a conversation with Wahuru immediately?
Because some of us were just messing things up for real. And then also she runs it pretty much. And she needs to know if she's running it how we would want it. Like, we're like her employers. So and then also, yeah, he comes in, starts messing things up, starts changing the whole flow of everything, like just us being like around changes things. So
Okay,
I would say that she wants to have this conversation immediately because she either has some kind of insider knowledge or, you know, she's seen something herself. But I think she sees that something is going to be happening in the nearby future. So she wants us to like get as much of our potential like realized as we can. So that way we can be useful to Kabila in the near future where, you know, something explodes or erupts or, you know, maybe she needs us here to be useful for something. And so she wants us to, you know, be as useful as we can, get ourselves stronger.
okay,
I think because we're all there, like actually. Because before we were all scattered, and then we were kind of about to be scattered again. So this was convenient for everybody.
okay. All right, I will give you guys 2 each for the first answer. I will give you 2 3 2 for the second answer.
we're not 4 total.
All right, yep,
All right.
and they were almost right there, Mika, but I can't give them everything yet.
Unfortunate, man.
Can't tell them everything about, they gotta have some mystery so they can still figure out more about Leaniani.
Crazy that we.
All right. Yes, you don't know who is in your midst. All right. So, hey guys, thanks for watching this installment of EverMore with EverLore. We hope you enjoyed it. And next week we will be back to see what shenanigans the halflings might get up to on their first day of training for Leaniani, as well as to see what contracts Matatopa and Nicarvin will select for the trainees of Wahuru.
Oh,
Um,
I was gonna say, that's crazy.
Yeah, they will not have a say in that.
They get to
Um,
change poison stuff.
Uh,
That's
they
low-key great for the defender. 'Cause you
they
can
get to
grow
do
your own
something.
ingredients.
Oh,
yeah,
that
actually,
that is an interesting idea.
I also low-key
But
thought
I'd
you were
also
gonna.
be killing them, so I don't know if that would work.
Well, no, I mean, you might be able to create your own kind of tree. I
You
mean,
could literally
if-
create a tree.
you know,
that
I-
is
Also, I'm saying that like you just do.
yeah,
low-key,
so,
I thought you were
you
gonna
know.
summon, like a tree in, like just a tree monster.
no. Yes. Yeah, that's not right. Okay,
A tree
so,
monster.
but hey, guys, so you can get more information
Yeah.
about EverLore on our social media at EverLoreGame. You can also check us out on our website, which is ManChildLTD.com. I do want to let you guys know that we still do have a GoFundMe, which is I Am EverLore. So definitely check that out. We are still trying to go through some litigation, and things are working out on our behalf, looking good, but we still do need some support. So please check that out. Again, that is it's I Am EverLore, and we do need your support on that. So we definitely appreciate it. We are super excited that you guys watched this episode, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys back next week. But until then, remember, no matter who you are, this game is for you. Peace out, Cam fam.
I like that session.